what's up?
Now just recording a podcast. What's up with you?
Oh, not too much. You know what, though?
What?
You need a counselor.
Thanks, so do you.
I do need a counselor. You're right.
Welcome to You Need a Counselor. I'm Julie Johnson. I'm the president and founder of Heart and Solutions. We're a strength-based counseling agency here in Iowa. For those watching by video, you can see I've got my Heart and Solutions t-shirt on. Heart and Solutions Counselor will be there for you.
I'm Chrissa. I am the vice president at Heart and Solutions, and I am in charge of the in-home behavioral health and counseling department with children ages 4 to 18, working on their different behavioral skills. And the mission of our podcast, You Need a Counselor, we are a podcast designed for people curious about counseling, but who have barriers keeping them from experiencing the benefits of counseling. Our mission is to share stories about counseling, good, bad, and different, and spread the message that everyone can benefit from mental health and behavioral health counseling services.
There's nobody who can't benefit from having a counselor. I've never met anybody, anyway, that didn't need a counselor.
We're going to find out today.
We're going to find out. We're going to see who needs a counselor and who doesn't need a counselor. So we do post every Sunday night. We post a new episode every Sunday night at 5 o'clock p.m. So batch task your laundry, get it all ready, and then listen to us while you're folding your laundry, or make us part of your Monday morning routine. So if the thought of getting in your car and driving to work, or just like starting your workday on Monday morning sounds terrible to you, put us on, turn us on, and listen to us, and hopefully like we will be able to keep you company and keep you going in that Monday morning routine. And then that gives you all week to either schedule with your counselor for that week or to call a counselor and get set up for counseling, because you need a counselor. You need one. So today we're going to do an episode of 100 Reasons Why You Need a Counselor. And we really want to do this as a game. So we're going to keep track, and we invite you to keep track. In this list of 100, are there any that sound like you? And if there are, then guess what? You need a counselor. And so do we, and so do you. So we are going to read these 100 reasons why you need a counselor. When we were putting this list together, we were kind of thinking it sounds like 13 reasons why.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to Julie about the episode of the show. If she's seen the newest season, she has not. For you who haven't, she was like, oh, is it good? I was like, no, not really. I think it does relate to today a little bit, which I was surprised by, because it ends a little bit talking about police brutality, and there's riots and things that are happening at that, and I was not expecting that, because that's happening like right now, and they obviously recorded before right now. So there are some things that are like relatable, but I just had to keep watching because it is the final season. So if you haven't watched it, I felt like I just had to, because I'd seen the other 4 seasons or however many there are. It's worth it to watch, but definitely not the best season of it.
That's good follow through, though. You just push through it, because you gotta finish it out.
Yeah, exactly.
So 13 Reasons Why on Netflix. I actually wrote an article for our local paper about what to do if your teenager watches 13 Reasons Why, and ways to utilize that in a therapeutic way as well for discussion points. So I'll link that as well with the podcast and the video. Let's get right into it. 100 reasons why you need a counselor. Keep track, and at the end, you're going to hear how many of these reasons are applicable to me and how many of these reasons are applicable to Chrissa. So let's get going. The first one, you're happy. You're sad sometimes. You can't sleep. You can't wake up. You have justified anger.
You feel worthless. You feel better than everyone else and are annoyed by them. That one's funny to me. You pay too much attention to detail and it impacts your life. You can't pay attention to any details. You're getting married.
You're getting divorced. Your parents are getting married. Your parents are getting divorced. You're graduating from college. You want to finish college.
You want to apply to college. You feel embarrassed about going back to college. You want to get your GED. You want to get your doctorate or master's. You have resentment against your mom.
You have resentment against your dad. You never knew one or both of your parents. You have resentment against a close friend. You have resentment against a sibling. You're pregnant.
You want to be pregnant. You lost a baby. You have a child. You have many children. You have a boyfriend or girlfriend.
You have a spouse. You have in-laws. You have parents. You don't have parents. You lost a parent.
You lost a spouse. You lost a pet. You want to lose weight. You want to gain weight. You don't like what you see in the mirror.
You hate everyone. You love everyone. You have big dreams for your future. You have no motivation. You cry until you laugh.
You laugh until you cry. You worry all the time. You hate social situations. You avoid situations because of anxiety. You feel afraid to set boundaries.
You avoid people and responsibilities because you can't set boundaries with them. Your roommate is obnoxious. Your boss is obnoxious. Chrissa, was this one of yours?
I'm not telling.
Answer that. Your boss is great, but you never feel like you measure up. You never feel good enough.
You got relocated for your job. You feel frustrated with where you are in life. You feel stuck. You feel trapped. You have trauma.
You have a loved one with trauma. You have secondary trauma from your profession. That happens a lot in our profession. That happens a lot with counselors, with helpers, EMTs, anybody who does firefighting, police officers. Secondary trauma is a real thing, you guys. If you are a care worker of any kind, you've probably got some secondary trauma. You need a counselor. You feel like an imposter. You're afraid of getting caught. You hear voices that no one else hears, or you see things that no one else sees.
You feel like no one will understand. You feel like you can't ask for help. You don't know what's wrong with you. You do risky behaviors and then regret them later. You want to save money.
You're afraid to spend money. Oh, hello.
That is Julie.
That is definitely me. I do not like to spend money whatsoever. Nope, don't like it. You don't know what to do with your life. Sometimes it's hard to breathe when you get nervous. Sometimes it's hard to get out of bed. You want to make more friends.
Your friends are obnoxious. You got fired. You got hired for a job you don't like. You got hired for a job you love and don't feel like you deserve it. Your inner critic needs a gag order.
You have an abusive parent. You have an abusive partner. You have an abusive boss. You have a toxic friendship. Someone is telling you that you need to change who you are, and you need a counselor to help you tell them, no, I don't.
You're gay. You're straight. You're bisexual. You're asexual. You're pansexual.
You're questioning, you're transgender, you're non-binary. It's no one's business what you are, but people won't stop asking you. You're reuniting with a biological family member.
You're starting a business. You have fear of financial insecurity. You have a specific phobia you want to overcome. You want to communicate more effectively with your spouse. Or you have 168 hours in the week and you deserve to take one of them just for yourself.
168 hours in the week, and like,
a lot.
Okay, yeah, 5 to 8 to 10 hours a day are spent sleeping. The rest of the time, you're spending all of that doing stuff for other people. And you deserve to take one of those 168 hours a week for yourself, to take care of yourself, to focus on the things that you want to focus, to say the things that you need to say, and to think the thoughts that you need to think. I'm going to let people kind of guess how many they think that, that Chrissa and I had. Do you think it's like 10? Do you think it's like 50? Do you think it's 70? Do you think it's like 2? How many? Okay, for me, it was 41. I have 41 reasons why I need a counselor.
And for me, I had 31. So close up there, 31 reasons why I need a counselor.
Yeah, so we need a counselor. So what is your score? If you're listening to this, what was your score? Telling you what, if you had more than one, you need a counselor. Any of these are wonderful, wonderful topics to call a counselor about, and just spend that time for yourself to be able to think your thoughts about these situations, be able to say the things that you need to say about these situations to somebody who has no outside interest in what you're talking about, isn't going to try to lecture you, isn't going to try to give you advice, isn't going to judge you for anything that you say, and is just going to be able to sit with you and listen to you and hear you out and offer some potential strategies, but really their main focus is to help you to succeed with the things that you want to succeed at. So what is your score? If it was more than one, give us a call. If you're in Iowa, give us a call. We are doing telehealth right now through Heart and Solutions. So you can call us at 800-531-4236. You can find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Heart and Solutions. So reach out to us there. If you are not in Iowa and you're listening to this podcast, go to psychologytoday.com, put in your zip code, put in your insurance type. You're going to find tons and tons of counselors in your area. This is not sponsored, not a sponsored video, but that's a great resource. And if you are in Iowa and you put in your zip code in there, you're likely to find a Heart and Solutions therapist as well. My book, Breathing Through the Year, we're going to talk about this next time, because our next solo podcast, where it's just Chrissa and I, is going to be 100 Reasons Why Your Kid Needs a Counselor. So stay tuned to that, and we'll be talking about Breathing Through the Year too. You can find that book at www.storiesfromtheheart.shop.
We post every Sunday at 5, so log on then to hear our next episode. You can listen to us again while you're doing your chores, or Monday morning as you're driving to work, and help motivate you to call a counselor yourself.
And if you want to find us on Facebook, if you have questions that you want answered about what is counseling and why should I even go to a counselor, what is even the point, what is it going to be like, is it going to be scary, send us all of those questions. Find us at www.facebook.com/You Need a Counselor podcast. We're also at Instagram. So if you search us on Instagram, you will find us on there. You can DM us on there too. Send us all of those questions and we will answer them in the next podcast episode. So go ahead and reach out to us there too. We're always looking for those questions. So next week, we're going to have another really awesome podcast guest. We're really excited about that next interview. After that, 100 Reasons Why Your Kid Needs a Counselor.
I'm Chrissa Brown.
I'm Julie Johnson, and we need a counselor.
And so do you.